Welcome to the fan YouTube. This is Legend Rookie 101 speaking. Now, today I'm going to be reviewing Bionicle set number 71307 Galley Uniter of Water. Comes with 87 pieces, so you can see before you, and a lot of new stuff. For example, the brain stock is a lot shorter than last year. In case you don't know, last year the brain stock was like twice the size of this, and it was kind of poking out of the back of the figure's head. But now they've shortened the brain stock to make way for the unification modes for each of the figures. We've also got the new body type for the upper half of the body, which is in black. We've got a T shape going on here with no ball joints for shoulders for some reason. But then for the lower half of the body, we've got balls for the hips, and the entire thing's in titanium metallic. And think with these two pieces is like with the rapid shooters. Once they're together, it's nearly impossible to get them separated again. So that's unfortunate. This is also new. Somewhat similar to the number 2 angle beams, only this time we have a axle hole in here, and then 2 tiny peg holes that have room for these pieces, and they only have enough room for pieces of pegs this size only, which is unfortunate. And over the armor department, we've got 2 new colors for these number 4 length armor. The first new color is dark azure, like with the mask, which is pretty interesting. With the dark azure here, it fades into a silver, but we'll get to that later. But anyway, we've got 3 of these in dark azure, but we've also got 4 of these in transparent light blue, which I actually find kind of nice. Then you've also got this piece here, which is somewhat similar to this piece, only without the second axle. And it's in medium stone gray. Over the silver area, you've got a lot of new stuff. You've got a new chest piece for all the Toa, and it's in print. It's in silver, but with blue and orange print. Sorry, but I don't really like the orange. And then we've got this blade piece, which starts out in silver, but then fades into the same dark azure as with this piece, only it's a little bit brighter. And we got these armor add-ons that start out in silver, but then fade into a transparent light blue as they get to the top. It's like kind of nice. But me personally, I honestly have no idea why they put orange into Galley's color scheme. That I kind of absolutely hate. But fortunately, I fixed things up a while back. Basically replaced the orange with pretty much all these. Yeah, all these. And I'll show you what that looks like later on. But for now, let's see what the actual figure looks like. And here we have Galley all built up. Now, let me just say, I do like the color scheme and all with the blue, dark azure, and silver, but I kinda hate the addition of orange into the color scheme. So, therefore, I thought it should be removed and replaced with all this. But first, let's take a look at the figure without the replacement. So, under the color scheme, Galley looks really nice. Oh, and I did forget to mentioned this when talking about the pieces, but this piece on her back is the new Unity piece, where the Toa and creatures sort of link up. And you know what I mean. Getting down to the action feature, it's kind of built into the waist. Not the arms this time, which I don't know why, but I still feel like an action feature in the arms might have been a good idea. As you can see, it's already starting to wear on my finger. Well, as you can hear. But weapon seems pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. It's got an action feature of its own. There's a knob on the back, and this part basically acts kind of like a turbine of some sort, which I find kind of interesting. You can also imagine this is a razor or something to go along with the sword. But anyway, it's kind of up to your imagination. And you do have room to pose or get some action into it. Like, for example, the shanking feature. Shank! Then as we get down, things seem pretty interesting. It kind of ends with a chain attached to a saber piece, which is I think it's a pretty nice decoration. Getting back to the mask, it's pretty interesting, though I think it looks a little bit too masculine. And I might swap it out with Kohanu's mask, because I heard from Jane that his mask looks so a whole lot more feminine than masculine. And as always, you can pop the mask off. You can replace it with the golden mask of Unity. Just in fact gold, but it kind of fades into a transparent light blue. Well, dark blue, actually. It kind of looks the same way as it did before. So, that's it for this. Now let's see what it looks like with the additions on. If you haven't checked out my Google Plus page, will be in the description. So this is what Gali looks like with my part replacements attached to it. So as you can see, I changed the shoulder piece from orange to black, and then added a green piece here. Then over here, I replaced the orange with gold, and then added a green stub there underneath the blue one. Action feature hasn't changed, still works fine. And then over here, I replaced the orange piece with a silver foot piece, which I guess kind of works. And again, the action feature still hasn't changed, and it's still wicked weary on my figure. And this is just with the golden mask of Unity on. The regular mask, I think it looks just as fine. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say for Gali. Terrible color scheme with the orange on, but really nice weapons and functions. Even the mask feature still functions. So yeah, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And this is Like Nookie 101 saying, Auf Wiedersehen.